Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim that are preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. And as well, shalom to you few Akwathim that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which destroys all the earth. That destroying mountain is America. All right. And when you read the scriptures, you are not going to find America mentioned. Okay, there's many key secretive words, okay, that refer to America in the scriptures, but it's not going to clearly say America. All right. One of the things it's going to say is Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay. Which is Babylon. Okay. Babylon the Great. You had ancient Babylon, which is in modern day Iraq. And you have Babylon the Great. Mystery Babylon the Great, or Babylon the Great, which is here, all right, America. And, you know, when you read in the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras, it calls this place Arsareth, or it mentions Arsareth, where the 10 tribes, okay, which is really, it says, actually, let's just get it for true sake. All right, 2nd Esdras, I believe it's been a while. I believe it's 14. Let me see. As I said, it's been a while. Is it in 13? Con. Yeah, it's 2nd Esdras 13. Okay. And it's right here in 2nd Esdras 13 and 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. So we were taken out of Israel, all right, Samaria, okay, these 10 tribes, the northern kingdom, which is really 9 tribes, okay, but if you remember reading the scriptures, it tells you that pretty much it equates the tribe of Manasseh, is like 2, okay. It says, but they took this counsel among themselves, okay, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. And it's well known that nobody lived here in the Americas, all right, amongst the so-called Mexicans and, Central Americans, El Salvadorians, Panamanians, okay, people of Honduras, Guatemala. They knew before, the Aztec, Mayan, Inca civilizations, there was relics and, artifacts, statues, buildings of the Olmecs. Now, the Olmecs are not Israelites. The Olmecs are actually Hamites, okay, Phoenicians, Canaanites, that Solomon sent here, okay, to gather goods and, precious woods and exotic animals. But they themselves did not, permanently dwell here. Okay. They were here, to bring tribute back to King Solomon. All right. So this is that land where never mankind dwelt. Okay. It says that they might keep their, or it's lucky that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. So they navigated through the waters and they used the stars to guide them because they knew, okay, of Arsareth, as it's going to say, for through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time. And now, when they shall begin to come. See, so that other peaceable multitude is dealing with the other tribes, the northern kingdom. Okay, and it said that they would dwell there until the latter time. We're in the latter time, which is the end of Esau's time. It says, and now when they shall begin to come, because you got Judah that was raised up, okay, the so-called Negroid tribes. Okay, Judah is synonymous with the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So-called Negroes, the so-called West Indians, and the so-called Haitians. Okay, it was well easier for them to get the truth first, and it was supposed to be done in that fashion. Okay, the Lord said he would raise up the tents of Judah first. Okay, but now the northern kingdom is starting to waken up to the fact that they are Israelites. That's why you got a lot of Hispanic, Latino, and Native American brothers waking up. And there's so many of them, and now you're beginning to see Israelite foreigners. Okay? So, this is Arsareth, all right? We left, okay, we were kicked out of our land, all right, Samaria, Israel, and we came here, okay? So this is Jeremiah 50. Let me try to find where I left off. Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which destroyest all the earth. It's well known that America invades other countries, okay, overthrows their government, sets up a puppet leader, and steers them in the direction he wants them to go. Which, like we talk about, all roads lead to the MOTB, the micro CHIP. Okay, the end goal is to get all nations, okay, trapped into this devil's digital AI world. okay, and mandate, okay, a micro CHIP that he wants to insert in the people's flesh, all right, which is the mark of the BEAST. Okay. So it says, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and make thee a burned mountain. Eventually, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to burn this place. Okay, America's going to be burnt up with nuclear fire. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So when the Lord begins to hit this place with these missiles, okay, during the climax of World War III, okay, there's not going to be nothing left here to desire. Okay, nobody's going to come here and set up shop and, dwell here anymore. Okay, this place is going to be a desert. Okay, a perpetual monument. So the word monument means memorial of what happens when you are totally wicked. Okay, this society is totally wicked, and the only righteousness, good thing here is the brothers and sisters that believe. Okay, that's why the Lord is not going to leave any of the elect 1/3 here in this place when he begins to rain fire and missiles on this place, man. And that's why you need to be in the renewing of your mind. Okay, you got to flee from the shadow of this wicked ass world. Okay, this is not our rest, man. It says it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay, this is verse 27. Set ye up a standard in the land. Blow the trumpet among the nations. And we blow the trumpet among the nations, not to convince the nations, but because amongst all nations there is Israelites. It says, prepare against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Manai, and Ashkenaz. Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillar. And those horses, once again, is dealing with the missiles. Okay, they're going to come up as rough caterpillars. All right. Now, a caterpillar, when a caterpillar is dislodged as a little egg sac in a lush garden, okay, once that caterpillar, how do I say it? It metamorphosizes from that egg sac and goes from a larval state, okay, beginning its process of metamorphosis to become a butterfly. It chows down on everything in sight. Okay, me and my brother had grew some fruits a couple years back. I might have mentioned it in the previous videos, And these fruits got bombed on by butterflies. Okay, they were dropping a whole bunch of sacks of, caterpillar eggs, butterfly eggs, and the fruits were rotting, and we were trying to figure out why. So my brother dissected one, and they were full of caterpillars. The caterpillars would burrow their way as they're eating in the fruits, and they would shit all in the fruits, and totally fuck up the crop, totally eat it all up, devour it, cause mold, and, cause it to be a waste. Okay? And the Lord said he had created the waster to destroy. Another word for waster, caterpillars, horses, are those missiles and the warheads that are attached to them. Okay. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is preparing these nations to go to war against Babylon the Great, which is America. And it mentions right here the Medes, which the Medes are the Russians. Okay. And who is a major ally of the Russians as of right now that we're speaking of, that is engaged in war against America, are the Persians. Okay, which now they are known to you people as the Iranians. Okay, it says the captains thereof and all the rulers thereof in all the land of his dominion. So meaning they're allies. Okay, it's not just going to be the Medes, but it's going to be the allies, Slovakia, of the Russians, the Medes. And then eventually all nations are going to see America as bad for business. All right? So this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 19. Yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about ready to do this for the elect, for the 1/3 of you Israelites out there that believe. Okay? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as of right now, is starting to put these curses on our enemies. Starting with the self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom. Okay? And then eventually, as he's beginning to destroy this place, the Lord is going to come with that great deliverance by the way of miracles. Okay, brothers are going to receive spiritual power. Okay? Then shall it be known who are my chosen. All right? We are about to witness greatness real soon. Okay? That's why it's not time to, become complacent, man. Okay, there's so much more work to be done. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to do great things for those that are working in faith. Okay? Hey, the scriptures say, show me your faith without works, and I'll show you my faith by my works. Because faith without works is dead, being alone. Okay? There's tons of Israelites out there that say they believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They know the truth. But they ain't got no fucking works, man. How many Israelites we've seen over the years that say, oh yeah, Israelite Shalom, and they still got fucking dreadlocks all the way down their back, clean shaved. Okay, saying that the self-proclaimed white man isn't Esau, it's the Arabs. Okay, smoking weed, doing drugs, but they're Israelites. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about to destroy these guys, man. Okay. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about ready to stir up this third world war to the highest level. Okay. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about to get in the mind of this devil to come down upon our people, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. In one way he's going to show that great wrath, okay, is by bringing a draft and sending you fucking Israelites out there. And when I say Israelites, I mean you niggas, man. Okay, you niggas and you spicks. Okay, that deny Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He's about ready to send your monkey asses out there. Okay. In the millions, man. To get your asses smoked out there. Okay. Hundreds of thousands of you monkeys, man. To get smoked out there. Hey, you niggas don't fucking do anything else but, play with guns, play these fucking video games, or just shooting at each other. All right? You just like to smoke weed, do drugs. Okay, well, your ass is going to be up in smoke out there in the Middle East. You're going to be out there in some real fucking modern warfare. All you niggas, man. And don't misconstrue my words, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the scriptures said to teach Judah the use of the bow. So you brothers out there that might have a firearm, there is nothing wrong with that. Okay, you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, even Esau, this fucking devil. Okay, us being citizens of New Rome, citizens of Babylon the Great. Okay, we are allowed, all right, to, how do I say this? Purchase and own firearms. As long as you're not a felon or a woman beater. Which these fucking niggas out there, speaking of one nigga, okay, Alizé Bon Liar. Okay, that fucking nigga said that, we were taught that you could beat your woman and fucking, what'd that nigga say? Okay, just beat your woman and leave your woman. All right? When the truth of the matter is, if your woman's being wicked and hindering you from serving your God, she wants you to worship her as your God. Therefore, you got to cut that bitch off. Okay? Because, hey, man, it's 2026, man. If your woman ain't, coming to terms with you not being a fucking demon, okay, then you gotta get rid of that bitch, man. All right? The scriptures talk about having trouble in the flesh, but that don't mean that this bitch just needs to be trouble all day. Okay? All right? But there is nothing wrong with you, owning firearm. Here in 2026, I just seen on Instagram, on the internet, there are certain states now where as long as you're able to purchase a firearm, states such as Texas, I believe New Jersey or Philadelphia, one of those, you can be out there with the biggest motherfucking gun, the longest, fattest magazine or drum, and as long as it's visible, it's exposed, you're allowed to walk around with that thing on you, man. Okay? Now the scriptures say your sword, all right, cannot save you. Okay? Ultimately, that sword is not going to get you on a chariot. Okay? Only Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is allowed to save you. Okay? You ain't going to be able to shoot a nuke in midair and stop the destruction of Babylon. Okay? So don't get it fucked up, but hey, man, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is going to save 1/3, man. All right? So it says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and its innermost part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. Right. So Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, okay, is about to remove off from us, all right, the northern army, which is pretty much Esau's, okay, his force out here, all right? Now, I did a little Google search on what I had seen the other day, and there's an article somewhere right here. 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, Iran attacked USS Gerald Ford. New. On YouTube, the one that says ONI or One India News, It says new footage reveals a massive fire on the USS Gerald R. Ford on March 12, 2026. That might be the wrong one, but all these ones from a couple days ago is showing you that, these troops, they're afraid, man. They're afraid out there. Okay? This is Jeremiah, back in Jeremiah 51 and 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. So they're causing fires on these naval battleships so that they could bring them back home. Okay, but guess what they're going to do? They're going to find out whoever fucking did that. Okay? They're going to throw you in the fucking stocks. All right? Send your asses to places like Guantanamo Bay. Torture your fucking asses. And then, if they don't send your asses back to go to war, send your asses to prison. Okay? They're going to fucking kill you in those fucking concentration camps, man. Those prison camps, man. Okay? Now, that's why this is a warning to our people, man. All right? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not playing. He going to give this devil a charge over you. Okay? The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places, for her bars are broken. Okay? So it's it, man. We're at the end, man. Okay? We are at the end of this place. America is about to be wiped off the face of the earth, man. 2 Ezra 16 and 31. Even so, in those days shall there be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her days and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. This is going to happen, man. All right? Saying that their bridegrooms are going to be destroyed, man. Okay? Which, when you think of a bridegroom, all right, it's either a young man or a man that's just simply about to get married. Okay? And you see everything going on today. Okay? It's rare to actually even see people genuinely getting married, man. We're living in a wicked and adulterous generation. Okay? In the lowest forms. All right? This place is fucking done on all levels, man. On all platforms, man. In all spectrums of life, this place is fucking done, man. Okay, and we and the truth, us that believe, we're tired of this place, man. There ain't nothing here for us, man. Okay? There is not a fucking thing here for us besides this word, man. Besides our calling. Okay? And we got to give all diligence to make our calling and election sure. All right? Shoot. I was about to say something, but it's a good thing I didn't, because, sometimes things, okay, are better off left unsaid. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because not only is world war coming, okay, but a famine is coming. Okay, different viruses and plagues. Okay, natural disasters. And Leviathan, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about to release Leviathan. All right, which is a gigantic, massive sea creature, man. Okay, even Esau, this damn devil, is going to try to fight against it. Okay, he's going to be shooting missiles at it, and it's going to be, all right, it's going to be damn near immortal. Okay, it says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Behold, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right, so receive the word and believe it, because everything that we've been preaching, saying for years, okay, is drawing nigh. All right, the destruction of America is drawing nigh. Okay, the end of the Edomite rule on the earth is drawing nigh. Okay, and brothers that are going to be lifted up with spiritual power. Okay, as the scriptures say, Yahweh Shai says, those that would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. All right, so brothers that have spiritual power, okay, the brothers that are ancestors, the 1/3, okay, are going to be out there, all right, putting you motherfuckers to death, man. That would not, okay, that would not kneel before Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, so with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Hashem Arakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. All right, shalom to the elect.